Luka Doncic's championship goal, bringing titles to the Lakers. In the realm of basketball, the Los Angeles Lakers find themselves at a pivotal crossroads, with the future of Luka Doncic hanging in the balance. Come August, the Lakers will extend a lucrative contract offer to Dončić, who was acquired without guarantees of a long-term commitment. The team's confidence in securing Dončić's signature, https://LakersNation.com/Lakers-rumors-organization-very-confident-Luka-Doncic-will-sign-extension-and-August, seems unwavering, though the outcome remains uncertain until the ink dries on the contract. Amidst significant organizational shifts, including the anticipated sale to Mark Walter, the Lakers are transitioning from the LeBron James era to the Dončić-led dynasty. Despite the roster's lack of championship-ready enhancements this offseason, the Lakers' faith in Dončić's extension appears bolstered by his enthusiasm for the ownership change. https://Lakers-Nation.com/Lakers-news-Luka-Doncic-statement-ownership-sale. Rob Pelinka's strategic blueprint for Dončić's tenure, https://Lakers-Nation.com/Lakers-rumors-Luka-Doncic-fully-committed-expected-to-sign-extension this summer, likely involved the acquisitions of DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart, with Dončić himself aiding in Smart's recruitment. https://Lakers-Nation.com/Lakers-rumors-Luka-Doncic-helped-recruit-Marcus-Smart. In a revealing moment captured by the Lakers' official YouTube channel, https://youtube.be/pwxflmokSY?m4bdtsla5pqdqjxb, Dončić articulated his aspirations for his legacy in Los Angeles. When asked what he wishes to be remembered for, he responded unequivocally. "The guy that brought championships to the city, for sure." His mindset aligns perfectly with the Lakers' championship-driven ethos, a tradition they've upheld since inception. Though the road ahead looks challenging following their early playoff exit, having a 26-year-old megastar like Dončić at the helm offers a promising foundation. But here's where it gets controversial. The duration of LeBron James' Lakers career remains uncertain, but Dončić's representatives have affirmed his deep respect and enjoyment playing alongside the 40-year-old legend. https://Lakers-Nation.com/Lakers-news-Luka-Doncic-loves-playing-with-LeBron-James-has-utmost-respect. Should the Lakers aim for the championship title, it's likely that Dončić and James will spearhead the charge. Amid the swirling rumors and internal upheaval, it's reassuring to know that the duo appears to share a mutual understanding. Curious to hear more about the Lakers' latest developments? Subscribe to our YouTube channel, https://www.youtube.com/user/LakersNation.com/videos, for exclusive interviews, behind-the-scenes access, and interactive live shows. Luka Doncic's future with the Lakers, what you need to know. Imagine this: Luka Doncic, the basketball prodigy who has taken the NBA by storm, may have just made a bold move that hints at his long-term commitment to the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's not just speculation, there are breadcrumbs leading us to believe he's all in for the purple and gold. Let's unpack what's happening here, because this story gets even more fascinating as we dig deeper. First, let's talk about Marcus Smart. Yes, that Marcus Smart, the gritty defensive ace known for his tenacity and leadership on the court. In a twist that's sure to leave Boston Celtics fans reeling, and possibly reaching for something stronger than coffee, Smart is headed to Los Angeles on a 2-year deal worth $11 million after agreeing to a buyout with the Washington Wizards. According to ESPN's Shams Charania, this wasn't just a random decision. Nope. The Lakers had some inside help from none other than Luka Doncic himself. Per Mark Stein of the Stein Line, Dončić played a pivotal role in bringing Smart aboard, delivering what's being described as a direct recruiting pitch. Apparently, it resonated deeply with the veteran guard. Now, why does this matter so much? For starters, Smart is still a valuable asset despite no longer being the Defensive Player of the Year he was back in 2022. His ability to disrupt opposing guards and forwards remains unmatched, and he could thrive in a Lakers system where he won't be asked to carry the offensive load. But here's the kicker, and a part most people might overlook: Doncic's active involvement in recruiting Smart speaks volumes about his mindset. Why would he go out of his way to bring another player into the fold if he weren't planning to stay put? Let's zoom out for a moment. Luka Doncic, now 26 years old, is approaching a critical juncture in his career. Starting August 2nd, he's eligible to sign a 4-year, $223 million extension with the Lakers. If he declines, he can opt out next summer and test unrestricted free agency in 2026, potentially signing a 5-year, $287.9 million deal. Or, he could take an alternative route, a shorter extension that positions him for an even bigger payday in 2028, when he'd qualify for a 5-year, $384.7 million contract reserved for players with a decade or more of experience. While these numbers are staggering, the real question isn't how much money Luka will make, it's where he'll choose to play. And based on recent developments, it seems increasingly likely that Los Angeles is his destination of choice. Think about it, would Dončić invest time and energy into recruiting someone like Marcus Smart if he were secretly plotting an exit strategy? It doesn't add up. Sure, one could argue that he's simply trying to build the best possible roster for next season, regardless of his future plans. After all, Smart's contract includes a player option, meaning he could leave after just 1 year. But there's a difference between assembling a competitive team for the short term and actively influencing its direction. Recruiting players is a signal, an implicit endorsement of the franchise's vision. And Dončić appears to be doubling down on that vision. But here's where things get controversial. Not everyone believes this is a done deal. Critics, including talking heads and rival fanbases eager to see Dončić elsewhere, will undoubtedly push back against the idea that he's committed to staying in LA. Their skepticism will reach a fever pitch if he opts not to sign an extension this offseason. He hasn't signed anything yet, they'll say. This proves nothing. And you know what? They're technically right. Until pen meets paper, nothing is guaranteed. However, those close to the situation, including Lakers fans, are likely to shrug off such arguments. Why? Because actions often speak louder than words, and Dončić's actions tell a compelling story. Just listen to how he talks about his legacy. In a recent interview, he expressed a desire to be remembered as the guy that brought championships to the city, for sure. Notice he didn't say championship, singular. He said championships, plural. That's a bold statement coming from anyone, let alone a superstar who's already achieved so much at such a young age. Couple that with his efforts to recruit Smart, and you start to see a pattern emerging. This isn't just a player casually floating through his prime, this is someone who's deliberately shaping his environment. He's laying the groundwork for success, not just for next season, but potentially for years to come. So, what do you think? Is Luka Doncic truly locked in with the Lakers, or is there room for doubt? Should fans read too much into his recruitment of Smart, or is this just savvy business? Weigh in below, because this debate is far from over. Luka Doncic's Lakers recruitment, can he bring championships? All eyes are on Los Angeles, and there's one massive decision looming that could redefine the Lakers' future for years, maybe decades. Forget the swirling debates over potential changes in ownership, LeBron's next move, or even recent free agent drama. The fate of the Lakers hinges more than ever on Luka Doncic, who now stands at the center of their championship aspirations. The landscape dramatically shifted last February when, in a move no one saw coming, Lakers front office chief Rob Pelinka pulled off a stunning trade with Dallas, bringing Dončić to LA. By doing so, Dončić instantly became not only the face of the team but its cornerstone for both present and future ambitions. Now, with August 2nd looming, Dončić is officially eligible to ink a contract extension that could secure his place in Lakers history. But here's where it gets controversial. Dončić himself has been tight-lipped about his long-term intentions this summer. He spent these months overseas, making headlines with an impressive revenge glow-up on European courts, fueling speculation about his mindset. Yet, the genuine source of optimism in the Lakers camp is less about words and all about action. Multiple league insiders reveal that Dončić hasn't just been passively watching the Lakers' summer moves, he's been actively shaping them. From voicing his wish list for a stronger frontcourt and sharper shooters, to emphasizing the need for tougher defense, Dončić left no doubt about what he thinks it takes to win. The result? The Lakers moved quickly to satisfy those demands, signing DeAndre Ayton for rim protection, adding Jake LaRavia for his shooting touch, and soon, finalizing a deal with veteran defender Marcus Smart. And here's the part most people miss: Dončic's off-court influence didn't stop at making suggestions. He actively recruited Ayton and Smart after both players hit the open market under unexpected circumstances, thanks to late contract buyouts. This kind of behind-the-scenes leadership speaks volumes about his commitment, perhaps even more than any public statement could. The Lakers, clearly aware of their star's ambitions, recently shared a never-before-seen interview with Dončić, taped last season, where he directly lays out his motivation: to be remembered as the guy that brought championships to the city. That vision, paired with the Lakers' responsive roster building, has team executives feeling more aligned with their superstar than ever. It's tempting to assume Dončić might play the waiting game, eyeing potentially bigger opportunities in next year's free agency or even the coveted 2027 class. However, both Dončić and the Lakers seem to understand the delicate balance between investing in the long term and seizing the window to compete right now. This offseason's moves certainly demonstrate a win-now mentality, provided everything aligns on the court. Let's break down the Lakers' argument for contention, which is already fueling debates in NBA circles. Dončić has doubled down on his physical fitness, embracing a rigorous training and nutrition plan ahead of Eurobasket. He says he's finally overcome the shock of a trade he never imagined would happen. LeBron James and Austin Reeves now get a full training camp to learn each other's tendencies alongside Dončić. With three clever, dynamic playmakers sharing the court, the Lakers believe experience and chemistry will pay off. Rui Hachimura, a quietly consistent contributor, is coming off his career-best season, shooting over 40% from deep for the second consecutive year. DeAndre Ayton, perhaps the biggest X-factor, flourished as the Suns' starting center the last time he played with an elite pick-and-roll partner in the finals. Entering a vital contract year, he has every incentive to maximize his focus and effort. Jake LaRavia, after years bouncing between the bench and the G League, will finally get regular opportunities against top-tier talent. The staff believes this could unlock his defensive and shooting potential. Marcus Smart, just 3 seasons removed from being named Defensive Player of the Year, has struggled with injuries since. If the Lakers can manage his load, his toughness and defensive acumen could prove invaluable, making this another potentially shrewd deal. And most notably, the Lakers have managed all these moves without shipping out prized young assets or sacrificing their 2031 first-round pick. Here's a hot-button question: have the Lakers done enough? While LA has convinced Dončić that their vision is real, will this be sufficient to compete against powerhouses like Oklahoma City, Houston, Denver, and the Clippers, each of whom made bold moves this summer themselves? The basketball world waits with bated breath. Come August, will Dončić put pen to paper and officially define the next era of Lakers basketball? Now the debate is yours: is Dončić's influence on these moves overstated, or is he truly the architect behind LA's sudden sense of momentum? Can this roster finally return the Lakers to the top, or will off-court ambitions once again outpace on-court results? Sound off in the comments. Where do you stand on the Dončić era Lakers?